Women in Venezuela are donating breast milk to save babies from malnutrition.
Here's a summary of the article.
As the economic meltdown that plunged Venezuela into crisis worsens, new mothers are turning to each other for breast milk to feed their babies. That's a very old tradition in humanity, said Dr. Marianela Herrera, head of the Venezuelan Health Observatory, about sharing breast milk. Dr. Marianela Herrera, CEO of the Venezuelan Health Observatory and a professor at the Central University of Venezuela, said women are sharing breast milk with each other as a result of the country's economic crisis. In 2 low-income Caracas neighborhoods she surveyed, Herrera estimated that 2 in 20 mothers are feeding their babies with another mother's breast milk. Herrera first encountered mothers donating their breast milk 2 years ago when she met a woman breastfeeding 2 babies and remarked that they couldn't both be hers. As long as proper hygiene is observed and the breast milk is good quality, there's little risk from sharing breast milk, Herrera said. Despite efforts to make breast milk more accessible, problems remain, particularly for premature babies that may require specialized formula that is unavailable.
This post received a score of 17,996, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This is the best TLDR I could make. Original. Greater than Herrera first encountered mothers donating their breast milk 2 years ago when she met a woman breastfeeding 2 babies and remarked that they couldn't both be hers. Greater than as long as proper hygiene is observed and the breast milk is good quality, there's little risk from sharing breast milk, Herrera said.
Greater than 2 in 20. Or 1 in 10, or maybe 1 in 10.
2 in 20 implies 20 was the total number, but why would you estimate 2 in 20? I don't know.
People in Venezuela make more money playing RuneScape and selling in-game currency in the real world. They often make much more than fellow citizens of Venezuela.
I'm amazed by the online infrastructure of Venezuela.
Don't be. It's actually terrible and awful. Most people just don't have internet because people steal the copper cables to sell it and make a quick buck, so lots of neighborhoods are left without internet for months until it's repaired. And usually it doesn't last long. The few people that still have landline internet is because either they got lucky, the cables are buried below concrete, or something else. Even when people have landline internet, it is not reliable. Back when I lived there, I'd have to wait after 11:30 p.m. to do any sort of work that required bandwidth or playable latency.
For anyone interested in the surprisingly complex issue of breast milk, check out this episode of the podcast Reply All.
Worth a listen.
Not sure if this is a question or a statement, but yes, it's worth a listen. Fia Benin does the story and I really like her work. It's quite surprising what kind of solutions people come up with. We have a breast milk bank in Australia now. Good stuff.
How's being upside down, Boomerang? Humanity is a one-to-one proposition. No matter the logic of your argument, the reality of one infant starving is wrong. I think you've distanced yourself. I can't think you WD be so cold face-to-face with barefaced starvation. I think you want to argue ideology or philosophy. I think until you face such a hardship in your life you won't understand.
Greater than the reality of one infant starving is wrong. Never actually thought about it in such clear language, but yes, that really is something that should transcend all the bullshit adults fight over.
This happens all the time here in the US. But for different reasons, I suppose. I picked up a cooler of breast milk off some lady's porch at 10 p.m. one time for my wife.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.